Am I the whole for stealing my own wedding from my MIL and planned it how we wanted? This happened last year, but I'm still recovering from the chaos, so here goes. My fiancé, 27M, and I, 25F, got engaged for 2 years and decided 2024 was the year we get married. We initially wanted an intimate wedding, about 30 to 40 guests, no bridal party, no fireworks, no doves flying in slow motion, just a small chapel, good food, and peaceful vibes. Bonus: we were paying for everything ourselves to avoid outside opinions. You'll see why this matters. My parents? Totally down.
Chill.
Supportive. Love them. My MIL? Absolutely not. She went full Shakespearean drama queen. The first red flag, she said, and I quote, "If there's anything I don't like about your wedding, it has to be changed." Like, ma'am, who assigned you executive producer of our wedding? She wanted a full-on fiesta, big church, 500 guests, matching gowns for people I've never met, and probably a giant ice sculpture of Jesus. Her concern? What will people say? As if we're running for public office and not trying to have a wedding. After some long talks and stress eating, my fiancé and I reluctantly decided to go traditional, aka bigger wedding, extended family invited, the works. And cultural expectations here, where in Southeast Asia, say the groom's family pays for the wedding, but we still chose to cover everything ourselves.
Why?
Because we wanted peace. Spoiler: we didn't get peace. We purposely didn't tell MIL about anything about the theme, motif, caterer, photographer. Nada. Every time she sniffed a detail, she had something to say like, "Why hire a wedding coordinator? I planned my daughter's wedding in 2002 with Excel and prayers." She then offered us budget-friendly suppliers. Translation: her cousin who takes blurry iPhone photos and her neighbor who once cooked for a barangay fiesta. Love that for her, not for us. My fiancé was my rock. He kept reminding me, "This is our wedding." She had hers. Now here's where it gets juicy. Our original date was in June, RIP our intimate wedding dreams. But we moved it to July to align with a new traditional plan. Then MIL goes, "Can we move it to August? My other son won't be able to fly in."
Fine.
August. Then that became September because why not? We finally settle on a Saturday in September, but plot twist. Someone else booked that date before us. We couldn't book the Saturdays around it either because they were all booked in. So we were down to a Thursday or Friday. The church had Thursday afternoon available, so we were about to grab it. Then suddenly, like magic, MIL books a Friday 9 a.m. wedding for us. Without our knowledge. Without telling the coordinator. Without our signatures. Without our payment. We're like, what? Her reason? Her daughter, yes, the Excel wedding planner from 2002, can't take a 3-day leave. So she decided for us that everyone, including the bride and groom, should get married on a Friday morning at 9 a.m., just to fit her daughter's work schedule. Imagine telling 200-plus guests, "Hey, hope you love early alarms and traffic stress. See you at 9 a.m. on a Friday." I was livid. My mom was devastated. My fiancé was fuming, like I've never seen him this mad. For more context, my fiancé is adopted, and something about this whole situation suddenly made a lot of things make sense. We booked the Thursday slot. Afternoon. No 9 a.m. circus. MIL didn't pay for that Friday booking. We didn't pay. No marriage license submitted equals no confirmed booking. We never asked her to do it. Still don't know how she pulled that off. So, am I the a-hole for refusing the Friday 9 a.m. surprise wedding and sticking to the date, time we wanted? Even if it made MIL cry dramatic telenovela tears and call me selfish? Because I feel like I was just trying to get married, not fight in the Hunger Games. Update. Hi, everyone. I didn't expect my previous post to gain attention. Thank you for all the feedback and support. Here's an update on how things unfolded. After we finalized the wedding day and sent out invites, my sister-in-law, SIL, asked if she could be my matron of honor. Her reason? She needed a valid excuse to take 3 days off work to attend the wedding. Apparently, her brother getting married wasn't reason enough. Mind you, her son was supposed to be our ring bearer. I had already chosen my maid of honor and bridesmaids, paid for their dresses, given them proposal gifts, and sent out the invitations. I explained this to SIL, and she offered to pay for her own dress. Still, I declined. I might have come off as a bridezilla, but I felt it was important to stick to our plans. Also, in our traditional wedding customs, married women with children typically don't serve as bridesmaids or any parts of the bride. I also paid for dresses for both my mom and MIL, allowing them to choose any design they liked, as long as it was gray. My mom was thrilled and supportive. MIL, however, had opinions. I suggested a dress I thought would look nice on her, but she chose a beige dress instead. I found out during the wedding preparations. At that point, I decided not to stress over it. She looked like she's just a guest instead of mother of the groom. Wedding day. On the wedding day, we were at a resort preparing. I was in my room with my bridesmaids, maid of honor, my mom, and the hair and makeup team. My groom was in another room with his team. I expected Emile to be with her son, my groom, for family photos. I had arranged for someone to do her hair and makeup in their room, and surprise. Emile showed up in my room with her 3 sisters, my groom's aunts, in tow, requesting hair and makeup services. The room was already crowded, and I was stressed. My mom gave me a look that said, "I'm about to lose it." Thankfully, my coordinator and bridesmaids stepped in, escorted them back to their room, and informed them they'd need to cover the cost of any additional services. The wedding ceremony went great. No drama from MIL. Unfortunately, SIL didn't attend the wedding, so we had to find a new ring bearer. My brother-in-law did attend, and was genuinely supportive. My father-in-law remained neutral, likely exhausted by the ongoing drama. MIL took it upon herself to invite additional guests without informing us. Since we were covering the entire wedding cost, we asked her to pay for the extra meals. She agreed, and we moved on. Post-wedding drama. After the wedding, my husband and I went on our honeymoon to Japan. SIL posted some shady comments on Facebook, implying we were social climbers. We chose to ignore it. Currently, SIL isn't speaking to me, and while MIL and I are on speaking terms, our relationship isn't the same. My husband supports me fully and has even offered to cut ties with his family, but I don't want that. I sometimes wonder if I was in the wrong, but I believe we made the right choices for our special day. Thanks for reading, and I appreciate all your insights.